Welcome back, Big Strunks. Doing our Pull B workout today, which is going to be back. Plays into the workout today. The picture you see on the screen is an injury I sustained on my hamstring. November 2023. Basically, it was during judo practice. Heard a pop in my hamstring. Full disclosure, never really got it treated. And it hasn't really been a problem until today after the leg workout the other day. I felt some tightness. But anyways, any case, if you enjoy the content, just remember to like and subscribe, please. Going right into the workout, we got lat pull downs here. Just keeping with the theme of this month-long train-up, road to recovery, whatever you want to call it. Keeping the weight light. I think we're at 90 or 99 pounds here for sets of 20. Just getting that blood flowing. As you can see, I like to, it's not really body English here because I'm not really creating any momentum to get a heavy weight up. I just tend to naturally rock with the weight, what would be, for me, a natural movement. It helps me feel my lats. I know some people have trouble feeling their lats sometimes on a lat pull down. This just helps me feel that burn in my lats. What I would say is, if anybody has any tips, I tend to feel it high in my lats, like up towards my armpit. If anybody has any tips on how to feel your lower lats, feel free to comment, hit me up, whatever. So I left this in here. I didn't edit it out. Already that hamstring on the right side, I could feel it just being tight. It's not painful or anything like that. It was just tight. Didn't feel right after the leg workout the other day. I've been doing some extra stretching, and even here, throughout the workout that I've edited out, I've ended up just stretching all through the workout, try to keep it loose or loosen it up. Alright, second set, just more of the same. Again, a little bit faster on the way down, control it, don't let the weight drop. And just gym etiquette we'll throw out there as we go along the way. If you're lifting weights and you have to slam the weight back down and break the equipment in the gym for everybody else, chances are that weight's a little too heavy. There's other ways you can get heavy weights, without breaking equipment. If you've got to break the equipment to lift the weight, then it's way too heavy for you. Just drop the weight a little bit. Do the rest of us a favor so we can use the equipment too. Especially on the cable plates, on the hammer string stuff you see behind me. Yeah, you can drop that a little bit. It's got rubber buffers and everything. It'll kind of bounce, but again, sets of 20, starting to feel it already. A little burn. I missed the first set, but I was zoomed in too close. Something to keep in mind, I'm having to kind of place the camera blind almost because I'm trying to be a little inconspicuous just in case people don't want to be recorded, right? I'm not recording them, obviously, but... So here we have barbell rows. I really felt this in that hip hamstring on my right-hand side. Normally, I like to do barbell rows a lot more flat with my back. Always keep that back in a neutral position. But you can see here I already eased it up and brought my back up to an angle there. And even here, I think I left this in. I started stretching some more just to try to get it loosened up. I might have some scar tissue built up in there or something I haven't really worked on before. Weird thing is I did a leg workout 2 weeks ago where I did the standing leg curl. I didn't really feel it. I felt it the other day whenever I was doing a lying, like face down leg curl is where I felt it. Like I said, not painful, just tight. Second set, I stretched all through the rest period here. Second set, you'll notice I'm coming up a little bit more erect with my torso. Like I said, I like to stay as flat as I can, and this is only 99 pounds. I should be able to stay perfectly flat, no problem. But again, you see kind of putting a little bit of body English in it just to ease up some of the tension on my hip. Really don't want to cause an injury. It doesn't feel like an injury at this point. It just feels a little tight, so I originally was going to start at 99 and work my way up to maybe 135 or, I don't know, just wherever it felt good, but since my hip was feeling tight here, I just stayed right at 99 or 95 pounds and finished the sets here just to keep the movement going, not really interrupt the workout, but then again, not create more problems that might already be there. So that was the idea here. On to our favorite, the hyper extension, reverse sit up, whatever you want to call it. Again, just taking a minute to stretch at the beginning. This is one of the exercises I really like to let my hamstrings and glutes stretch out. You can see, trying to keep that back in as neutral position as I can. I actually dropped the setting down one notch from what I normally do. So I felt it a little bit more in my back, which is okay. It felt good, nothing wrong with it. I believe doing sets of 15 or 20 here. Again, after these, my hips started feeling a little bit better. Got some good stretch action in there in the hips and in the hamstrings without a lot of weight, you know. One of the reasons I like this exercise. I'm not a fan of adding a bunch of weight to it. I think during my workout this day, I saw another guy. He was like bear hugging 3 plates, so he had added 135 to this and was all the way down and all the way up. Which, if you can do it and it feels good, go for it. Not for me right now. Knocking these sets out. Plus, this adds a little bit of cardio for me in the workout, doing long sets of this where I'm still feeling a good burn in my lower back and butt, good stretch in the hamstrings, and it gets the heart rate up. I think I left this unedited too because I started stretching again. Did a lot of stretching through this workout. I'm not sure I do it on this workout, but a lot of times my feet will come off the platform to where I'm only being held by the back pad there on my shins. That's really to get that nice stretch in there on the hamstrings. I know a lot of people like to cross their arms in front of their chest. I find that if I put my fingers on my forehead, for some reason, that just helps me stay in a true position. On to the next one. We got seated rows. Again, keeping the weight light. I think I originally was going to start out at maybe 90 or 100 pounds on this, which is normally light for me. But again, having that weird feeling down in my hamstring, going through my hip, low back. I believe I dropped it down to about 70, 75. Also normally hitting a different muscle area. I normally have the seat all the way down on this machine. And for sake of just hitting a different area, raised it up about halfway. I think I adjusted up. Yeah. And then this, I believe there was just a little bit too much motion in my upper torso. I think I'll end up taking it back down about halfway. But still, it's higher than normal just to hit a different area of the back. I tend to focus more on the same hand position. I know there's other hand grips on this machine, but I don't find them comfortable. So I tend to hit different areas with the same hand position, but raising and lowering the seat. Yeah, we're going to take it back down a little bit. And this was mainly due to that tightness in my hamstring. Otherwise, it would have been fine. This is one of the few machines, too, once I get back into it, I really like to go heavy on this. A lot of times I'll do the whole stack. Because you have a nice chest support. It's difficult to put a lot of English in, so it'll keep you honest. You can put some English into it, but it'll keep you honest. The main area to focus there is make sure you're pulling the same on both sides. Good symmetrical movement. How about that belly? Look at that belly. So again, after I finally got set up, taking into account that tightness, it felt like some good sets. Again, you got to make funny faces or it doesn't count. Alright, here we are now. I think I'm doing one arm curls on the curl machine. This gym actually has a couple of different curl machines. This one, the pad's a little bit flatter. A lot of times I like to stay standing whenever I do the single arm curls so I can really control my body position in relation to my arm on the pad. This one, the pad is flat, so it's kind of just better to sit. You can see I'm not going all the way down, not going all the way up. Really like to keep it where I can feel the tension on the bicep and just do the sets there. just to keep that burn right on the bicep. Doing sets of 20 here again, nice and light. I think here I was just the first plate on the machine, and then I took it up one plate after that for each set. So I think I ended up topping out at probably 15-20 pounds. Not much at all. Not much at all. Just really trying to keep it in that pocket of flexing, keeping the muscle flexed and tension on the muscle the whole time. Felt like a good set. Wasn't able to get the camera set up very well here. Like I said, I'm just kind of doing quick setup. Take a quick peek. Make sure at least I have the machine in frame, and then hit the sets. Keep moving. That's all I need is some Karen like, why are you filming me? So. On the other hand, too, like if somebody were to, for instance, somebody walk between the camera and me right now, there's no reason to make a big deal about it. Everybody's using the gym. It wouldn't be a big deal at all. Kind of looking forward. I've settled on the first program I'm going to run after this recovery program here, just getting back in the groove of it. If you're not familiar, follow a guy named Alexander Bromley on YouTube, and he has a free program called Bull Mastiff. That's the first program I'll be running once I complete this month. Kind of train up, kind of get back into it. It's a pretty good program. It's based on 70s lifting styles. So it has a little bit more volume than traditional strength programs. I guess you could call it power building. So it has the main movement each day, which will be sets of 6. And then the rest of the movements are a little bit more bodybuilding oriented with volume, sets of 10 to 12. So, and it's self-regulating. At the end of the main movement for that workout, you'll do an AMRAP set. And however many reps over the 6 reps you get, you add a percentage of your max, 1% of your max to the next workout. So for example, if you, on bench, if you max 300 pounds, the first week is you're doing, 4 sets of 6 at 65%. And then on the last set, say if you do 9 reps over the 6, then you would add 1% for each rep. So it'd be 3% off of 300, that's 3 pounds. Then you do 3 reps, so you would add 9 pounds to the next week. You would start at, oh hell, what, 65% of 300? 180, 190, 195. You would add 9 pounds to 195. So go to 204, you probably round to 205, whatever the weights fit, and then do the next rep at that weight. So your first workout might seem light, but it's self-regulating after that with that AMRAP set, and you add a percentage to it. So kind of waiting to get to that. That'll be fun. A lot of the lightweight, high rep stuff, I need to do it now, but it's not as enjoyable to me. Alright, we got flies. You can see on between the first rep and the third rep, I really shortened the range of motion. What I felt was, as I was closing the fly, I was getting a click in my right shoulder. So I just didn't go forward as much with my hand, and the click stopped. So that's what, just pay attention to your body. Your body will talk to you. For instance, it's that same right shoulder that I've had trouble with. Started clicking, so reduce the range of motion so I can still get that flex on the back part where it should be. Can still control the range of motion coming forward nice and slow, but just not so far that it clicks. So whatever that clicking damage would be doing, it's not doing anymore. You can see I'm pushing with the back of my wrists. I just tend to feel it in my back better this way, but you feel free to grip however you want to grip. Also, if I remember right, I set the seat a little low. So the next time I would do these back flies, I'd bring the seat up a little bit and hit a lower part of the back. Whereas this is kind of feels like it's going straight across my shoulders, upper back. this is last set. So again, just feeling how my body feels on the set. And not closing it all the way, just keeping that tension on the back. And that was the end of the workout. Ended up doing 20 minutes on the bike. I'm not going to put that whole thing on there. That's going to be a big component I need to add as far as my weight loss journey goes. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm at about 317 right now. Working my way down to 250 is the first goal. Not in a huge rush to get there, but would need to see the weight trending down, over the weeks and months. But adding cardio, which is mind-numbing, and I really don't like it. But here we go, 20 minutes on bike. Didn't put it all on there, just put a couple minutes. Any questions or comments on the workout, feel free to leave them. If you enjoy or you want to take the journey with me, kind of jumping into weightlifting or recovering, whatever the case may be, feel free to follow along, subscribe. If you want to see anything particular on the workouts, just let me know. All right, Big Strong's, I'm out.